Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great morning. We're here in Vincenzo's kitchen, and I'm going to give you a little bit of background info here. I'm in the process of making a turkey pot pie, but have it be gluten-free, which includes doing the crust. So what I've taken is I've taken a half a cup of coconut flour and a half a cup of a mixture of tapioca flour and almond flour, and I mixed those together with 2 eggs and just a pinch of salt and pepper. And to that, I added just a touch of xanthan gum to kind of hold it together, and a whole cup of mayonnaise. And in order for this to work properly, so you don't end up with a soggy crust, what I've done is I've pre-baked that while I was heating up the gallon of turkey broth gravy. And while that was going on, and in the oven, as well as I'm cooking chili on top of the stove here, I'm multitasking. So what I've done here is I've chopped up the turkey. I have a bowl of nice hot gravy in there. I'm going to mix those two together. I'm going to combine it with some mixed vegetables, and then we're going to put our top on our turkey pot pie. So here's what I have left for the top. Here is the crust that is already pre-baked, and I caught it just in time because we're going to stick it back in the oven. I have my nice bowl of hot gravy there, and I have a fair amount of chunk turkey. And to that, I'm just going to add a regular mixed vegetable, and if I need to, I'm going to throw some extra green beans in it. Now, I have extra spoons here, but I do more stirring with forks than I do anything else. So I'm going to combine the turkey into the gravy. And this is already pre-cooked. This was a 14-pound turkey, so I've definitely got my use out of it. I love turkey. And it was inexpensive. It was only $1.39 a pound, which I thought was great. And the reason why I'm combining this ahead of time into the gravy is to re-moisten the meat so you get that nice gravy flavor in on the turkey. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Now, this is a pepper medley, so it's multicolored. And I want to grab just a pinch of basil to give it that nice basil flavor. I'm going to mix those up. Let that meat draw a little bit of the moisture in. Now this is ready for hot turkey sandwiches just as it is. So I'm going to leave it as that and add my vegetables right in over there, so that if I want hot turkey sandwiches with my 7 gram per slice light tapioca mix, which is, I can afford those carbs, then I can do that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get a cup, and it can be any kind of a cup. Could be a measuring cup, could be whatever. And I'm going to add this to my crust, which is already partially baked. And so we'll just add that in there. I want to do about 3/4 of the way up the crust. Hope you can see that. I don't want a ton of gravy, because like I said, I don't want a mushy pot pie. And that looks pretty good, right? Well, a little bit more maybe. Use about half of that mixture. And I'm just going to put the lid back on the turkey with the gravy and put him back in the fridge. We're done with him. I can pick this up. Pretty hot. All right, yeah, very hot. So we'll bring him over to here. Make sure that you drain off all the water from your mixed vegetables. And you're going to be ginger when you fold these into the turkey. I'm using a fork, but I don't want to really score the crust. I want that to maintain intactness. I could leave this just like this and put the crust on it, but I want to add a little bit of green beans in there. So I'm going to do that. Not a bunch, but a few. Again, colorful food is usually pretty good food. Now, my pan, what I've done is taken a little bit of butter and gone all the way around it. I didn't spray it like with coconut oil or anything like that. And now I'm going to take what's left of my crust. I'm going to wet my spoon. And I'm going to put some right there. Some right there, and some right there. So everything except the vegetables have been cooked already, including the crust. And now I just want to smooth out the crust on the top here. Bringing it out to the edge, even though I'm going to have some spillage. Just work it to the edge. I'm going to put this on a tray when I bake it in the oven, because more than likely there's going to be some spillage when this thing finishes cooking. And I'm going to let it cook. I'm cooking it at 350 until the top gets a nice golden brown. Remembering that the crust has already been partially baked and should be good to go. Could have used just a hair more on the top part of the crust, but that's going to raise up as we go in there. And there we have it. Turkey pot pie. I'm going to stick it on a tray. We're going to pop him in the oven. Grab my mitts because I know this is still too hot. put him on there on a nice tray. Looks just like that. I'll post a picture of the finished product on my Facebook page. Top shelf, $3.50, and it'll probably take at least a half an hour. Just peek on it after about 20 minutes. It should rise a little bit, and it should also bake to a nice golden brown. All right, here's another in Vincenzo's Kitchen. Remember to be kind to one another and help your neighbor if you can. All right, we'll see you.